Have you ever paused in the silence of winter, really paused, and felt the world holding its breath? The snow falls without sound, the trees freeze in place, even time itself seems to slow down, as if the earth is whispering, "Rest. The world will wait." Now imagine standing in a pasture in that silence, the cold air sharp on your skin, the winter light soft and silver, and before you, a horse stands utterly still. A silhouette of strength and patience against the frozen sky. No movement, no tension, no urgency. Just slow breath, slow heartbeat, slow living. We are watching a biological wonder, a shift deep within the body, a transformation shaped by millions of winters before we were born. Horses in winter enter slow metabolism mode, a natural state of conservation, wisdom, and peace. A state humans have almost forgot. But maybe, through them, we can remember. It begins long before the snow arrives. When the autumn winds sharpen, when nighttime comes early, when the grass turns brittle beneath hooves, the horse's body begins to listen. The pineal gland registers the shortening daylight. Hormones adjust. Metabolic systems shift gears. Every cell prepares. This is not panic, not a fear, not a weakness. This is intelligence, the kind written not in books but in bone. And then one morning, you step outside at dawn. The frost glitters like stars under your feet. Your breath turns to mist. And the horses wait in silence, not restless, not demanding, but grounded. The whole world feels like a held breath. You walk toward them through the frozen grass. Your boots squeak softly under the crusted snow. The smell of winter hay hangs sweet in the air. One horse turns toward you, slow, unhurried, eyes soft and deep like old water. Before you speak, before you touch, before anything happens, you feel it. A shift inside yourself. Your thoughts are quiet. Your heartbeat slows. Your body remembers something ancient, something we once knew when we still lived close to the land. Stillness is not nothing. Stillness is medicine. Inside the winter horse, a biological symphony begins. The metabolic rate decreases, reducing the demand for calories. Fat becomes fuel, burned efficiently like a long-lasting lantern. The thyroid adjusts to protect warmth and conserve energy. Cortisol, the stress hormone, drops to calmer levels. The vagus nerve activates, shifting the body into the parasympathetic nervous system, the state of rest, repair, and deep healing. The heart begins to beat slower, not out of exhaustion, but precision. From an average 44 beats per minute down to as low as 30 in deep rest. The breathing slows, each inhale deep and deliberate, warming the air before it enters the lungs. Standing still, eyes heavy, head lowered, they look like statues carved from winter stone, but internally, a quiet miracle of endurance and renewal unfolds. Every drop of energy is guarded. Every movement is chosen. Nothing is wasted. This is not a weakness. This is mastery. Horses do in winter what humans rarely allow themselves to do. They honor the rhythm of the season. If you watch long enough, you'll see the herd change too. In summer, there is movement. Swishing tails, grazing travels, play fights, curiosity, but winter pulls them inward. They stand shoulder to shoulder, sharing warmth, breath clouds rising together like prayer smoke. Dominance disputes soften. Competition fades. The hierarchy remains, but the energy of it dissolves. The herd enters a collective calm, a quiet unity born from necessity and trust. Their bodies align to block the wind. They take turns at the outer edge of the group, an unspoken agreement, a living circle of care. The horse who is strongest today shelters another tomorrow. The old lean into the young, the anxious slow beside the calm. This is the winter wisdom of the herd. We survive not by speed, but by stillness together. And if you stand among them, you feel something like belonging, something like home. Let me tell you a story. On a farm nestled between rolling hills and dense pine woods, there lived an old gelding named Silver. His coat was once bright as polished metal, But by now it was flecked with white around the eyes, and his step was no longer quick. One winter, a storm came with the wind so sharp so it cuts the world into pieces, and the snow swirling thick as smoke. The sky is angry and wild. Silver's owner watched from the barn window, heart pounding. She feared he would struggle, that his age would betray him, that the storm would win. But Silver stood in the open field, head bowed, legs planted, breath slowly and steady. Not fighting, not panicking, just being. For hours, the storm raged around him, and he remained still, anchored like a mountain. When the storm passed, the field lay silent beneath a blanket of white. The owner hurried out, tears on her face, fear twisting inside her like a knot. But when she reached him, Silver lifted his head, eyes soft and bright, breath gently and warm. Not weak, not shivering, not defeated, but strong, centered, present. The storm had not taken him, it had refined him. Winter had taught him endurance, the strength inside stillness. And in that moment, the owner realized she was the one who had feared the storm. He never had. Watching a winter horse is like looking into a mirror, one that shows not our reflection, but our truth. We are creatures who rush, who push, who grind, who believe movement is proof of worth. We fill our days with noise, with deadlines, with pressure, with fear that if we stop, we will fall behind. But horses remind us, life is not meant to be lived in constant summer. We too have seasons, times to rise, times to run, times to build, times to shine, and times to rest. Humans lost that instinct, but horses never did. Place your hand on a winter horse's side, feel the slow rhythm of life beneath your palm, and your own heartbeat begins to match it, falling into a deeper, quieter cadence. Stress loosens its grip. Breath softens. Thoughts thin like melting snow. You return not to who you were, but to who you are. Scientists call it interspecies co-regulation, a phenomenon where the nervous systems of two beings synchronize. When a horse's heartbeat slows, ours slows too. When they settle into parasympathetic calm, our bodies follow. Heart rate variability improves. Blood pressure decreases. Muscles release tension. The immune system strengthens. Trauma responses soften. Anxiety dissolves. This is why therapy programs use horses. Why children who cannot speak find words. Why veterans find peace without explanation. Why tears come without permission in a barn. In winter, this effect becomes even stronger because the horse exists in total physiological calm. They are, in essence, living medicine, not by effort, but by nature. Imagine walking through the snow beside a winter horse. The world is blue and white and silent. You hear nothing but hoof steps, slow and steady, crunching softly beneath the powder. The reins are loose. No pressure, no direction, no agenda. The horse walks like a monk moving through a sacred temple. And gradually, you feel something shift inside. The noise in your mind falls quiet. The urgency melts. The world gets bigger, wider, simpler. You are not thinking about tomorrow. You are not trapped in yesterday. You are here, fully, completely, perfectly. This is winter's gift, not movement but presence, not ambition but awareness, not acceleration but alignment. Nature never rushes, and yet all things are accomplished. Winter teaches the seed to wait. Winter teaches the bear to sleep. Winter teaches the river to freeze. Winter teaches the tree to stand bare without shame. And winter teaches the horse to slow down, to be quiet, to conserve, to rebuild. Winter is not a punishment. Winter is preparation. It is the pause that shapes the strength of spring. Without winter, there is no renewal. Without stillness, there is no power. Without rest, there is no growth. Winter is where endurance is forged, and the horse knows this not as knowledge, but as an instinct. If horses could speak, maybe they would say, stop rushing, stop forcing, stop fearing rest, trust the quiet, trust the pause, trust the season. The world will turn again, the thaw will come, the grass will rise, the wind will warm, the sun will return. Spring always comes, but winter is where the soul strengthens. So the next time you see a horse standing motionless in the snow, do not try to pull them forward. Do not ask them to run. Do not rush the moment. Stand beside them. Be still. Listen. Match your breath to theirs. You are standing inside an ancient lesson, one that has survived ice ages and storms, predators and famine, time and evolution. Strength is not always loud. Power is not always fast. Progress is not always visible. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is stand quietly and gather power. Winter is not the end. Winter is the beginning. And when spring arrives, like the horse, you too will rise stronger, steadier, and unharmed by the storms that tried to break you. If this story touched you, if winter horses reminded you of something true inside your own heart, if you believe in learning from the silent wisdom of the herd, then join us. Help HorseSense reach 10,000 subscribers so we can continue sharing these stories. The science, the spirit, the connection, the healing that horses offer the world. Tap subscribe button, be part of our herd, and grow with us. Thank you for listening. Until next time, ride the quiet.